Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another First Impressions video. Today I'm taking a look at WWE 2K24 on the PlayStation 5. This is brand new out today. Certainly if you pre-ordered it and got like the WrestleMania edition, because you're able to get this game a few days early. I have been playing this now today for I've probably put about 5 hours or so into the game. I've been trying out a few different modes just to see if there's any real massive differences. And while I'm not going to go into any real depth here, this is just a first impressions video. I just wanted to give you guys some feedback from my perspective of someone who plays WWE's games every year, and I have done since the late 90s really. That's how far back I go with the WWE game, so it's like a tradition every year. I always buy the WWE game, and so I've been really looking forward to this because they've been on a bit of a roll the last couple of years. And 2K24 promises to be a big improvement on last year's, and last year's was a very good addition. Now, if you've been following any of like the footage on YouTube, things like that, you'll know that they've added in some new match types. You've got like ambulance match and gauntlet match and casket match. You know, they've added quite a few new match types in, special referee, guest special referee, all that kind of stuff, and that is really nice to see, and they are very welcome indeed. But the game is very much structured like it was last year. So you've got, when you put the menu screen on, you've got My Faction, which, you know, I'm sure some people do enjoy that, but I don't necessarily bother so much with My Faction, although it does seem they are like hiding some unlockables this time in My Faction, so they really are trying to encourage people to go in there. So I may have a little bit more of an explore of that mode this year. And then you've got Universe mode, obviously, which is my main go-to mode, and it has been for many years. The Universe mode looks and plays very similar to last year. You do have a little bit more control, but I've only really put about an hour or so into the Universe mode so far, so I couldn't really tell you if there's any major differences. I think the major difference I've noticed in the Universe mode so far is like it kind of at the end of like a match, if it's a rival match, it kind of gives you some feedback on what's happened in the match and how it's changed the rivalry and so on and so forth. But I mean, Universe mode for me is, you know, it's a sandbox. You can do what you want in there. Then you have got the Showcase mode, which the big selling point this year is 40 years of WrestleMania. So we've got 21 matches, classic WrestleMania matches to play around with. Great mode, obviously. I do like the Showcase modes. Then we have My Rise, and this year you've got two different choices. You can play as like a female wrestler and go down one route, or you can play as a male created wrestler and go down another route. I've only just started having a go on the My Rise. I've created my wrestler and I've done the first couple of matches, but I'm only really at the starting point on My Rise. Traditionally, I generally get fed up of the like My Rise modes or career modes, whatever you want to call them, and I don't always finish them. But it's looking like it's pretty nicely made this year, so I'll try and get a little bit further into it. And then obviously you've got my GM mode. My understanding is, and I haven't really tried this much this year yet, GM mode, I haven't had chance, but they've kind of added a little bit more into GM mode. These new match types you can play in there. I'm looking forward to having a play around in the GM mode. I did get into it quite a lot last year, the GM mode, and the first year they gave it as I've barely played it, but last year I did put a lot of time into it, so I'm looking forward to trying that out as well. And then obviously you've got the Creation Suite, which is a massive selling point for WWE 2K games, and it's just as in depth as ever. You can create some incredibly detailed wrestlers, and you've got obviously the community creations that you can, you know, go on and download. Some very talented people on there that create some very lifelike wrestlers. And you've got a massive roster to choose from, well over 200 wrestlers. There's quite a lot of DLC coming, and CM Punk is coming in one of the DLC packs, the first one I believe, so he's going to be in the game. Yes, there's been a lot of speculation. Is Brock Lesnar in the game? Well, he's not in the game when you first put the game on, put it that way. He is not available to play in the game, which is obviously going to be a bit of a disappointment for some people. But it's a huge roster, and there's some really, really cool wrestlers on there. The sound design's excellent as always. Each show's got the dedicated ring announcers. You've got real life referees this year in the game. The crowd seems to be a bit louder and a bit more realistic. And some of the models have been upgraded, and some of them look very similar to last year, but that's not a bad thing because they looked pretty damn good last year mostly. So I think it's fairly easy for me to say, if you're a fan of WWE 2K games and you've been a fan of last year's game in particular, then you are definitely going to be impressed with this. They haven't made wholesale changes, they've just tweaked the formula to make it a much better play than it was last year, and everything flows. You've got some nice, mini games in the game to play as well, that kind of stuff that makes it all feel much more realistic, and they've got that blend of arcade and simulation just right, it feels. So I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm going to put a lot of time into this, and hopefully guys get a review up for you by the weekend if I get the chance. So thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out this first review video. Stay tuned. If you want to carry on watching this video, there's a good 20 minutes plus here of all sorts of different modes, lots of entrances, some gameplay examples from wrestlers, and you'll get to see a few of the different modes as well. So I hope you enjoyed checking out this gameplay video too. So thanks for joining me guys.
Making his way to the ring from Charlottesville, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman!
The American Nightmare is here. The son of a plumber, looking to continue the Rhodes legacy.
His opponents, first from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
Goading the competition. If you're looking to cause quick, sharp damage, you can't go wrong with the kendo stick. Agonizing. Kendo stick impact. Will this be enough? I didn't think this match was close to over. Hooked up. DDT. Body slam slipped out. Inverted DDT. Off the rope. Heel hook. Look at this. Caught him. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hammered by Rhodes. Looking for the victory. 2. And a kick out by Strowman at 2. I didn't think we'd see a kick out there. And some effective offense with that one. The roar of this crowd has been building, and they are at a fever pitch right now. Nasty boot by Zayn. Zayn has this wrapped up. Cover. It's over.
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn! opponent from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins!
Tossed back into the ring. Climbing up to the top now. From the top, elbow drop. McIntyre just, here's the cover for the win. Kick out. There's some shock in the arena after that kick out. Uh-oh. We know what's coming up next. McIntyre.
Will Drew finish things now? I think the fuse has been lit here, guys.
Yes, Acton. Now we'll see if this is dynamite or a dud.
What a kick out. I can't believe what we're seeing from Seth Rollins tonight.
And now McIntyre's at a loss as his mind races to rethink his attack.
Picture perfect. Burn the ships. Baron Corbin is raring for a fight.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The lone wolf mentality is back. No one's safe.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kansas City, weighing in at 285 pounds, Baron Corbin!
I'd like to preface this by saying Corey Graves' comments about Baron Corbin are paid for by friends of Corbin.
That's inaccurate. Corbin doesn't pay me anything to be his friend.
Accomplished so much in his young career. Won the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Former Golden Gloves boxing champion, NFL offensive lineman, turned champion in WWE.
The first WrestleMania set the stage for everything that was to follow.
All the way around the world. Now you know what it's all about, brother.
Celebrities were out in full force, showing that this was the place to be. WrestleMania 2 pushed the boundaries, taking place in 3 different locations: New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, delivering 3 huge main events. But it would be WrestleMania 3 in 1987 that truly displayed WrestleMania's full potential. And for our first match of the 2K24 Showcase of the Immortals, we go into the first verified WrestleMania Classic, the legendary clash for the WWE Intercontinental Championship between champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and his challenger, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Intercontinental champion since February of 1986, Savage tore through anyone who challenged him. That included a successful defense against George the Animal Steele at WrestleMania 2. A clash between Savage and Steamboat during a late 1986 edition of Superstars would see the Macho Man retain via countout, but that wasn't good enough. He would launch a vicious attack on the Dragon after the match, taking him out of action. Savage would attempt to duplicate the attack on Steamboat's friend and former opponent George Steele during the first Saturday night's main event of 1987. Fortunately for the Animal, Ricky would make his well-timed return for the save, leading to the rematch between the two at WrestleMania. What transpired between the two combatants can only be described as art. A fast-paced, high-action classic unfolded in front of 90,000 plus in attendance, with both men coming so very close to victory on a number of occasions. Would Savage be able to turn back the challenge of his angry opponent? Would Ricky Steamboat get revenge? These questions would be answered over the next 15 grueling minutes. And when it was over, everyone in attendance and those watching at home knew they had been a part of something special. The two superstars would forever be etched in history following the match, with Ricky Steamboat finally putting an end to the Macho Man's historic reign. It was all action from the moment the bell rang, and these two didn't give each other a second to rest. Ricky Steamboat fighting to avenge a career-jeopardizing attack months earlier by not only defeating Savage in the ring, but also ending his reign as Intercontinental Champion.
Before a legend, before a superstar, before a story.
Before a championship victory, a record-breaking run, a jaw-dropping turn, there's possibility.
Possibility, an opportunity to step outside of yourself and to step into something greater.
Whether it's proving to the doubters that you have what it takes,
I'm here. I'm doing the work.
Or proving to yourself that you know who you are and where you belong.
We weren't asking for your permission.
But to finish the story, you have to begin.
and make it your own from who you are.
To the choices you make along the way.
And replace possibility with legend, because this
is your story.
Welcome to The Bump and what is shaping up to be the most chaotic SummerSlam week in WWE history. I'm Byron Saxton.
And I'm Kayla Braxton. Less than a week before defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes in a brand versus brand main event at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns shocked the world and surrendered his title.
The head of the table said that he's been beating up Cody for years now, and he has nothing more to prove. Now he's taking a sabbatical in Hollywood to show his cousin, The Rock, that he will be a bigger superstar there, too.
With SummerSlam in disarray and the draft set to begin the night after, Triple H called for a one-night WWE Universal title tournament with selections from the GMs of both Raw and SmackDown.
Raw GM William Regal named Cody as Raw's first entrant and said he was confident the title would be coming to Raw.
But SmackDown's brand new general manager, The Miz, didn't find this awesome. He called the attempt to take his WWE Universal Championship to Raw nothing short of theft.
And The Miz is in it to win it for his brand. He's sending a team of killers to bring that title home.
Let's take a look.
Kayla, we know what Braun Strowman brings to a fight. AJ Styles is always a threat. If you ask me, though, KO is the man to beat in this whole tournament. He's been hungry for the opportunity. Reigns has left him here.
That sounds like he was waiting for crumbs from Roman's table, Byron. William Regal's entries are no slouches. Finn Balor was the first Universal Champion. Much of the WWE Universe believes this is Gunther's time, and Cody Rhodes has been looking to finish the story for a while now.
That last slot, though, Kayla, what is Regal's strategy there?
William Regal still has 1 foot in developing young superstars. Raw's GM is going to make a match on the SummerSlam kickoff show for that last slot in the tournament. Your guy, Kevin Owens,
I mean, I wouldn't call him my guy.
your guy, is not going to know his opponent until the winner of that match, and neither will we.
Oh, good. There you are. I'm Troy Simpkin, associate but soon-to-be full-fledged producer.
Troy, we've met several times. You even borrowed my toothbrush once.
Ribbing you, bro! Anyway, just wanted to make sure you had the lay of the land. I mean, you're already booked tonight, but normally these situations are a good chance to check your social media, talk to other superstars, mess with your attire, all kinds of things.
I've been on Raw for a while now. I know how these things work.
Okay, fine. Just trying to be helpful.
Thanks, but I need to focus on my match.
Good idea, since the kickoff show is starting soon. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that we won't be needing you for anything after the match, so feel free to head back to the hotel.
Why would I go back to the hotel? I expect to win and keep fighting.
Of course you do. Well, good luck.
Well, look who it is. If it isn't SummerSlam's Dark Horse.
That nickname is sticking. Good times.
Good times? Is Raw trying to steal SmackDown's WWE Universal title? Between us, what is Regal really up to?
Giving me an opportunity to win the WWE Universal Championship?
He put you in a qualifying match. You think that's some kind of vote of confidence? Come on, don't be naive.
I'm not. What are you getting at?
You know he has all his royal eggs in the Cody Rhodes basket. He's just trying to set the American Nepo baby up to win. I'll tell you what, the draft starts tomorrow. You beat Dominic, maybe I bring you over to SmackDown in the supplemental. We'll make a big announcement on social media.
Oh, you'll post about me? For real? Why would you want me in the tournament instead of Dom anyway?
Because I want the WWE Universal title on my show, where it belongs. And I am 100% sure KO will beat you.
Coming to SmackDown? Man, that is a very generous offer and a wicked smart strategy, Miz. And I don't want to overstep here, but I have just one little thing I'm bumping on.
What's that?
It's just that I would rather have my fingernails pulled out with needle-nose pliers than ever work for an entitled, condescending reality show hack like you.
I promise that you will regret that.
Miz, this right now, this conversation, talking to you, that's what I regret.
It's the so-called dark horse of the tournament.
The following contest is a qualifying match for the Universal Championship Tournament. Making his way to the ring from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 290 pounds, Colossus.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves calling this guy the dark horse of the tournament. He's not even officially in it yet.
I have to agree with you, Corey. Winning the WWE Universal Championship Tournament will be difficult enough, but to have to win an extra qualifying match first makes it nearly impossible.
The second-generation superstar looking to carve his own path. It's Dominic Mysterio.
And his opponent, representing the Judgment Day, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic looks ready to go, but I've heard some rumblings backstage that he's not too thrilled about being placed in this qualifying match.
Coming in complaining is the quickest way to sabotage your own chances. Dom needs to put aside his grievances and concentrate on the task at hand.
One of these men will walk out of this qualifying match with a ticket to the WWE Universal Championship Tournament.
And we know who it's going to be, Cole. Dirty Dominic Mysterio. He's a hard man who did hard time.
Hard time? He spent one night in jail. Show little respect to Dominic's opponent.
You really think this guy has got the stuff to follow in Roman Reigns' footsteps, Saxton? He's been called the Dark Horse for a reason. Working the midsection there.
Boom, right in the button.
Sharp jab. Series of strikes to the back.
So it's just a beatdown. This match grinded him down a little.
Yeah, but he's not breathing heavy yet.
That is something else. Rough landing.
I don't know if Dominic can withstand much more of this.
Dominic now is going to have to dig down deep.
Alabama slam! You have to be in peak physical condition to pull off a move with that much weight behind it.
Hoist their opponent all the way up. Just holding their opponent there. That's a 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. They can go all night. Rotating vertical suplex. Nicely done. Oof.
The advantage now is squarely in his corner.
Stringing together some big moves here.
Closed fist connects. He's on his heels a bit now.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around.
Just launched.
Just a perfect.
Mix of pure power and bad intentions. Heaved aside, jeez.
And Dominic's resolve might be wavering here.
Yeah, Dominic needs to find an opening fast. Power with a sidewalk slam.
Oh, this is not good at all. The pendulum backbreaker stretch. He's entered a state of distress now.
Yeah, and he keeps struggling to slow the opposition down.
Kick to the back. We might be close to the end.
Yeah, this match has not been kind to him.
Impact on the jaw.
Dominic's looking absolutely powerless.
Elbow after elbow after elbow. in crisis mode.
Shoulders down.
And this one is over.
Here is your winner, Colossus!
We now know who will fill that final spot in the WWE Universal Championship Tournament. What a win.
Impressive, but somehow he's going to have to find a way to string together 3 more victories before the night's over.